In the longest running gag joke of all time, WWE is saying that Emmalina will finally be ready to make her debut on the February 13th edition of WWE's Monday Night Raw. It's been well over 100 days since they've been running the Emmalina um, vignettes, basically saying that the transformation has been coming. To me, honestly, Emma was one of the best looking women there was on the women's division on Raw or SmackDown, as well as in NXT. The tag team duo they built of Emma and Dana Brooke, to me, was honestly one of the hottest teams that they've had. They built that around Monday Night Raw, and they ended up going in a different direction and not really delivering the way that it was in NXT, where these were just badass chicks going around beating people up. They have not run the Emmalina vignettes in the past few weeks, which mainly had a lot of people thinking that Emma might have been dropped and was no longer an option for WWE. I'm a little confused because when I first made the video about Emmalina's debut well over a couple months ago, when they were promising her debut then, they were doing this Sasha Banks versus Charlotte feud, and I was thinking that, we don't really know where Emma is going, if she's going to be a babyface, if she's going to be a heel. Normally, in my mind, they're changing her from just being, they're trying to make her into more of like a model or like a superstar blow away, hot chick, which mainly is going to be a lot like Eva Marie, where she's just going to have heel heat right off of the bat for thinking that she's better than you. It could go the other way, but with that, you would think that she's maybe going to be matching up against Bayley or maybe against Sasha Banks. But then again, a lot of people are thinking that Sasha Banks is going to be turning heel sooner than later. So maybe the only place to put her is up against Bayley, is then maybe putting her into the match, or not putting her into the match, but involving her in the match against Charlotte in the main event of Monday Night Raw, where people might get to the end and think like, oh, I guess they just fucked us and we're not getting Emma again after all. And then poof, there she is showing up at the end. Emma's always been a great wrestler. I remember being really excited when, she was basically in NXT and they brought her up to the main roster last year for WrestleMania as a part of that, Total Divas versus non-Total Divas. I don't know, that thing had like 12 chicks in it, I'm pretty sure. At least had 10. But it was supposed to be like the debut of Lana as a wrestler, and she wrestled in that one match. And as far as going back to NXT and doing a weekend show, I don't think they're doing the Lana wrestling gimmick anymore. I think they've realized what her strength is and where it goes. I have no idea what to think about Emmalina debuting on the Raw roster. I'm guessing that she's going to be a heel, which mainly thinks that she'll go up against Bayley, since there's a lack of baby faces other than Bayley and Sasha Banks right now. But other than that, her going with the gimmick of being the women's division referee, or becoming an announcer, or becoming a manager or a valet for somebody on the roster. I don't really know what this means, but I like Emma, and I'm glad she's still, part of WWE. I know that she still wrestles on the house shows, so it's going to be good to be seeing her on the main roster, hopefully becoming a focus of the women's division, because she's a great wrestler. I mean, you go back and you think about that match against Paige on, I believe, one of the first NXT takeovers for the women's championship. It's a fucking awesome match, and she delivers a lot of praise for that one. Peace out, everybody.